And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Pass to Lynch. And out of bounds. As the Clippers gain possession.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Right side, Leonard. And it's Lynch with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And so Mutombo nails both of them.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
From deep, George. Here's Philadelphia. Allen Iverson on the wing. Inside. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. George with the bucket.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
And it's Dikembe with the jam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Leonard draws the double. Beverly wide open. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Now here's Iverson. 76ers moving the ball around. Mutombo misses. Here's Los Angeles now. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And a guy who was considered somewhat NBA ready when he entered the league. It's taken Morris a few years to get used to it, but now he's starting to be a consistent contributor.
He doesn't usually fire from out there. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's George. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Here's Mutombo. The rebound by Paul George. Pass to Beverly. Finished off the break. Beverly's got 5.
Beverly has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness and a nice job on the break that time.
Now here's Mutombo. He has 6. Here's Miller. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent. Something you're active in right now. And You know, there are some players who are playing correctly, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things, like Chris Paul and Mike Conley, that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You've got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
As long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And for the last half-decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Williams for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Mutombo. Kicks it out to Jones. For the 3, the 76ers with another miss. And they're running. It's stolen by McKee. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Here's Jackson. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Now here's Iverson. Pass to Geiger. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Geiger's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Williams, that's for 2. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Iverson with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Kicks it out to Jones. From deep, Iverson. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Williams attacking. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up in Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
To the middle. It's stolen by Morris. Lou Williams again. Williams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Hill. And Hill throws it down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
No, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now, here is Morris. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Mutombo in the high post. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Mutombo's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Left side, George. Pass to Beverly. Back to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And he comes up with the deuce. And it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap. Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Pass to Mutombo. Out left to the wing. Here's McKee.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And so Mutombo nails both of them. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Beverly deciding where to go with it. George with the ball. It's rebounded by Snow. Outside Hill. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Mutombo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Pass to McKee. Mutombo misses.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. Now, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Mutombo. Off the inbound, no good. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been... We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is going.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
The 76ers leading by 8. Iverson right side. Pulls up. Jones, no one around him. Pass to Iverson.